Now, when you're starting off, it's very important that you define a mountain and then you work so hard to get to that top of the mountain, and then you expand out. This is a question that's very popular, especially when students are getting started. First, they come into digital marketing and they just want to be like a digital marketer, an internet marketer, an online marketer, an affiliate marketer. They want to be everything. You know, right now, let's just say you're doing email marketing and you are doing Instagram marketing. Focus on one or two areas where you can be really good and you can brand yourself as, you know, Sarah, the Instagram growth specialist. Okay, you don't want to just call yourself a coach or a consultant. You start learning about Instagram, you become really good at Instagram marketing. Now you call yourself an Instagram growth specialist. That's stage one. Stage two is you start developing a framework. So you could basically say, you know, my name is Sarah. Sounds weird. My name is Sarah and I help my clients expand their reach on Instagram using, you know, my IG something formula. So it could be like my IG accelerator, that's one, or my IG mastery course. So what you're doing is essentially you're coming in, you've developed a skill, and the biggest mistake most people make is they don't learn and master one skill. You have to spend time to become really good at your craft and then develop frameworks, methodologies, systems, processes around that. So for example, Sarah would become, let's just say she calls her course IG Mastery. And IG Mastery is a $997 or a $2,000 course, or it's a $997 or a $2,000 digital course, masterclass, whatever you want to call it. So that's IG Mastery. Now she can come up with IG Professional. And what is IG Professional? It's Sarah's unique Instagram professional done-for-you service. So this is where you're doing a done-for-you service for the client, and you can charge maybe 5 to 10K for that, depending on what the client is, who the client is, how much budget they have, what their goals, ambitions is that you can help them with. Does that make sense? The third thing is once you start developing your skills, getting good at your skills, honing in on a very tight niche market, then what I would say is go and build another skill. Okay, go and build another skill, which is maybe something complementary. Like once you start learning how to do Instagram, then you start realizing you can build lots of people coming into your funnels, right? And it could be any traffic source, it doesn't really matter. Then the next one, it would be, what's the natural progression? Right? So someone that comes in to learn about Instagram, they want to increase their following. So what happens after they increase their following? Naturally, they're going to do email marketing. They have to develop a list. They have to build a list so that they can communicate with the list of subscribers. This is what really an online business is. It's how do you create a media or a platform which you can communicate to your prospects and your clients, right? I hope this is making sense. And so what you're then gonna do is say, okay, you know what? You've learned Instagram, how to get people to your website. Now you have to email them. So now you want to become an email specialist. So you can position yourself as an email specialist / Instagram, or an email specialist for Instagram influencers. Do you see how that's working? Right? You're an email specialist or an email copywriter specializing for Instagram influencers. So what you're doing is you're stacking your skills, okay? When I first started off in internet marketing, I tried to learn everything. I was trying to do SEO, PPC, article marketing, press releases, network marketing, affiliate marketing. Like I was just all over the place. And then I really honed in and I became really good at email marketing, mainly because I was actually really overweight and I didn't have a lot of confidence to put myself out there. So I wanted to be behind the scenes, and I got really good at writing emails, long form, high converting emails. And so once I started doing that, I started realizing if I learn one traffic source, so I tried like all sorts of different traffic things, and the one that really clicked with me was solo ads. It's literally because someone else has spent years and decades building this huge list, and I can pay them and I can go tap into that list, and I am able to get that information from them, right? I'm able to get that information from them, get access to the list, email their list, and I don't have to spend 5 or 10 years to build that list. So what happens when I would get traffic from someone else's list? So what a solo ad essentially is someone has built a huge list, and they will send a promotion to that list with your products and services. So today you have Instagram influencers that will do shout outs. It's the same thing, right? You're literally buying media, you're buying traffic. And so someone would send that traffic. I would then take that traffic, those leads, the people that opted in, and I would send them lots of emails. And so then I position myself as an email specialist that specializes with solo ads traffic. So those were my two specialities. And then as I started, making six figures, multiple six figures, first year online, I made about $120,000 just doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. I really niched down on a group of people that have a problem. I niched down on one or two skills, not 101 things, just one or two. One for traffic, one for conversions. Traffic was solo ads, conversions was email copywriting. And then I did 275K my second year, and then I heard from Brendon Burchard about using the power of videos. And for me specifically, it meant doing webinars. During that year, I added in webinars and I got good at promotions and webinars, and then boom, I hit $1.2 million on my third year of doing online marketing. And so the advice that I'm going to give to you is start off and specialize as much as you can with a very niche group of people. Develop frameworks so that you position yourself higher than everyone else in the marketplace. This is how you become competition proof. This is how you create real security in your marketplace, to your customers, to your employer, to your employees, because now they realize you're the one with these unique frameworks. And if you're completely starting from scratch, then I would say go and find people, maybe 3 to 5 people that you can go and work for free. And the only reason why you're going to do this is, one, because of experience, but two, you're going to be able to get a testimonial and a case study from them, okay? And what happens when you get testimonials and case studies from them, now you're starting to build your asset bank. One of the reasons why people aren't able to expand their business is because they don't have case studies and testimonials. So today, as you're watching this, literally make a list of 10 people, 5 or 10 people that you know that you can go and add value to, okay? You're one of my clients, you could write me a few emails, whatever the case is, but find 5 or 10 people that you can add value to. And then what you'd be able to do is go get them results and get some testimonials. That way, you can package up that information, package up the testimonials that you have, package up the results that you've got, and throughout all of this, you'll be able to increase your prices and also be able to slowly transition out of just being so niche down in one place. Now, the biggest mistake, like I said, people make is they try to do everything. Really good that you're focusing on email copywriting. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that video. If you have any more questions, Sarah, let me know.